Since the world resets, doesn't everything feel a little heavier than it used to? And every year ends with the same promises. Next year will be my year, for real. Except it wasn't. Not the last year, not the year before, and 2026 will be no different unless you change the one thing that's been deciding it for you all along. So spare me a few minutes and I'll show you how to take that decision back. Before we start, let's get one thing straight. I'm not here to motivate you. Motivation is a dopamine hit. It rises fast and it falls even faster. I'm not here to babysit it either. I'm here to say what most people won't. The perspective that cuts through the noise. The truth that doesn't feel good in the moment, but makes everything clearer once you see it. I know you've been trying, or at least that's what you tell yourself. You start strong, a new plan, a new phase. Maybe you committed to something. Going to the gym, a routine, skills. And 2 weeks later, it quietly disappeared because life got busy. Or you say things like, I want to improve. Improve what? Your handwriting? See? Trying isn't the problem. Trying while keeping everything optional is the real issue. You're not stuck because life is unfair, even though, yeah, it can be. You're stuck because you keep waiting for things to line up before you fully commit. They won't. Life doesn't rearrange itself to match how ready you feel. You move first, or you stay exactly where you are. And this is where it gets honest. Most people say they don't have time, but somehow there's time for another episode. Time to scroll until nothing feels interesting anymore. Time spent watching random clips, pointless videos, things you won't even remember tomorrow. And then, in the middle of the night, something shifts in your brain. You end up in motivation content, Andrew Tate clips, discipline quotes, motivation videos, podcasts, shorts, all stacked in one folder called Later or I'll do it tomorrow. It feels like progress. It isn't. You consume the feeling of change instead of doing the thing that would force it. And the worst part is this: you don't even feel lazy anymore. You feel busy enough to believe you're moving. That's why this loop is so hard to break. Look, we're living in an era where you can learn almost anything for free or close to it. If you want to start a business, there are guides, tools, and even AI that will walk you through it. If you want to get fit, there are apps, programs, channels, and communities built to keep people consistent. If you want to learn new skills, there are courses everywhere and creators breaking them down daily. All of this already exists, right in your pocket. Technology isn't the problem. We're carrying in our pockets what billionaires didn't have 20 years ago. Instant access, powerful tools, but even then, tools are still just tools. On their own, they don't do much. A tool without a plan just sits there. A tool without structure waits to be misused. That's where systems come in. Systems are what carry you when motivation doesn't show up. They're routines you don't negotiate with. Structure that keeps moving even when you don't feel like it. Waking up early, keeping your space clean, cold showers, morning walks, cold weather, nothing impressive, nothing exciting. The people who make progress aren't doing something magical. They're just repeating the unexciting parts long enough for progress to build. And if you still need a reminder, just remember that the pain of doing nothing will always be worse than the pain of doing something. Seriously, you're capable of fixing this. And if you do, it might bring some color back to everything around you too. So, what's it gonna be? Are we doing this, or are we having the same conversation next year? Let's make sure we don't.